Hello everyone, Joanne with StampingInTheValley.com and welcome to my craft room. We are going to use some new product today. The Floral Essence Bundle, the stamp set with the punch, is going to be offered in the new catalog. I love the new catalog. If you have been a customer of mine, you are starting to get these in the mail. If you're a brand new customer of mine, I've shipped some out. I'm waiting for another shipment from Stampin Up, and then you're going to get them also. It's a great catalog. But this is one of the sets in it, and because I'm a demonstrator, I'm allowed to pre-order. And what that means is I get to order product prior to the release on June 4th. So, and I'm just ecstatic, guys, with this catalog. We're going to do a couple of things here because I love this punch, and I saw some really great effects with it. And we're going to use some of the Vellum. This paper is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this Vellum paper. And then here's the yellow. It's stuck. Okay. Right here. Just so pretty. Very, very pretty. And this is Perennial Essence Vellum cardstock. This will be in my paper share. You cannot get away from doing that. I've already have 2 paper shares filled up. So at the end of this video, there'll be the paper share video if you want to click on it, or it's on my YouTube channel. And I'm about to put it on my website. I've been having trouble with my website here lately. So that's why things have not gotten up there really quickly, but I think I've got things worked out today, and this afternoon I should be able to go ahead and catch that back up. I'm also going to use the paper here that we're going to use is the Perennial Essence Designer Series paper. Of course, this is definitely in the paper share. Look at this gorgeous paper, and of course double-sided, just beautiful. So then I decided, because I was just in love with the Vellum, I thought I would try again to emboss. And we're going to do that in just a few minutes. So let's go ahead and just start to make this card because it is just beautiful. What a pretty stamp set. All days are beautiful that begin with you. That's a beautiful saying. Wishing you a blissful future, with friendly thoughts and best wishes today and every day. I like that. I'm not too thrilled about a blissful future. I don't know. Maybe if somebody was graduating or something, that might be nice. Or if you are getting married or something like that, that might be good for that. But these are just so pretty. And the punch, I was just in awe of the punch. I'm going to use Old Olive, So Saffron, and Calypso Coral to make this card. It opens like this. This is Thick Whisper White card stock, the base is, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. My first layer here, I did another little layer there. That my first layer is Calypso Coral at 5 3/8 by 4 1/4, 4 1/8, 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and then my DSP is the 5 1/4 by 4. We'll put that together in just a moment. The hello I got from my paper pumpkin kit that I just used on the last video. I wanted to use that hello right there. So I really, really like that. Let's see, I think I put my hugs in my hello spot. Yes, I did. So we're just going to move that around quickly. So I really like the font on the hugs, the thank you, and the hello. I love the way that that's curled there on the hello. So I decided to use that. Now, let's go ahead and open our ink. And we're going to do just a little bit of stamping. Oh, and then this piece right here is So Saffron, and it is 5 1/4 by 1/4 of an inch. It actually was just some scrap that I had. So when I put it across there, I was like, oh my goodness, that's perfect. So that's how I used it. And then I used our pearls. So let's go ahead and bring our pieces in here. I'll put this card to the side. So these pieces right here, this is going to go together just right down here in just a moment. I'm going to use a little technique that I just learned on by doing my paper pumpkin. I am absolutely, it's not like I just learned it, but it was like, oh, this looks great. I'm going to stamp right on my DSP. And I'm going to use this leaf that was in the stamp set. And Old Olive is a very vibrant color. So with this, I just want to stamp it off one time. Hang on, let me get my squeegee, my little cleaner there. Okay, so we want to go in here into the Old Olive, nice and solid, just like that. And I'm over here on a piece of scrap paper, and I'm going to stamp off. Just to see how dark that is? I don't want that on that card. And then we're about the third of a way up. I'm going to just come right here and stamp, and then I'm going to do that same process again. I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to come right down in this corner. And this was kind of a little technique like that I just learned on that with that paper pumpkin. So you can always use things for, you know, other projects. Now I'm going to take my 1/4 of an inch by 5 1/4, and I'm going to come right here, and I want to just touch those stems. Just like that. And it doesn't matter, just get close to them because the flowers are going to cover it up. This will put down a snail. Move that aside. And I'm just going to put this right here, matching it up right at that edge. And I'm just letting it come across the paper. Now's the time, if you have any hanging over like that, go ahead and take some snips and just cut that off. Perfect. Now, let's go ahead and bring in some Whisper. We're going to move this to the side. Let's go ahead and bring in some Whisper White, and we're going to stamp this flower. We're going to do 2 in Calypso Coral and 2 in So Saffron. Now we orientate to the punch. Let's look at the punch. So it's almost like a triangle, okay? So I'm going to take this, and I'm going into the So Saffron, and I'm going to stamp it. And I have it in that triangle shape. And one here. Perfect. Let's see, I'm going to clean this. Have my chamois. And I'm going to go into the Calypso Coral. And Calypso Coral is a vibrant color also, but I do want this full strength. I'm going to just go down and up. Perfect. I need another piece of Whisper White. I thought I had that here. Yes, I did. Right here. That bled a little bit. Looked like it was a little blurry, so I'm going to stamp that again. So I'm going to take it right here. And I'm going to go ahead and I probably had a little water on it from the chamois. I'm going to put it onto my dry side of my Stampin' Scrub. This way now I know it's dry. Let me move some of this out of the way. I've got us all piled up here. So I'm going to use this down here. Yes, that looks a lot better. See, it's not bubbled. I'm going to go 1 and 2. Perfect. Now we're going to take our, there's really not much difference in them. It's okay. We're going to take our punch, and it just slides right in there because I lined it up like a triangle. So we want one of those. One of those. I'll leave that one for another one. And then we're going to get 2 of these. Just punch them out. Like that. Now we're going to use some glue dots. Actually, we're going to get some vellum punched first. I want to line those up, and I want to get my yellowish color of vellum and just punch 2. What a nice punch. It really is, oh, so nice and sharp. 2 of those, and then 2 in the pink. And over in there. Where am I stuck on? Okay, right there. And 2 in the pink. So we have that. And now we're just going to layer these. Now look at your vellum, because one side's a little lighter than the other. I don't know if you could see that. I have the window open here and some lights on, so it might be a little bit bright, but there is like, you can see it. Like these 2 match. Then these 2 match. But the way that it's punched out, this looks like a little bit of a raw edge, but I want the darker up anyway. So I'm going to use some glue dots. Let me find them. Right here. And I'm going to go ahead and start to layer this flower. You're going to be amazed. Amazed. I love this flower. And we're going to put this here so that you only see petals. All right? So see how we're making the flower. Now we're going to take this to here and see where the points are. We want to fill that in. Another glue dot. So where the points are not. And then 1 more glue dot. And then again, you're going to turn this, and here is your cute flower from that punch. Isn't that adorable with your vellum behind it? Now I'm going to take my bone folder, and I want to break the paper down a little bit and curl it so that kind of pops away from the vellum to give you a nice 3D effect there. And this is going to get a dimensional right there. I'll put that right there. Now we'll do the same thing here. We start with our triangle and a glue dot. And then we put this here to start our flower. Another glue dot. Making it like, this is just like a pretty yellow flower. Then put these points in between where they are not. So it fills it in. And then another one. And you know, you can make a really pretty flower with just 2 of them. That's fine also. And oh, I got some green right there. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, hurry. Let's punch. Let's stamp and punch. What do we need? So saffron, let me clean this. And I'm going to take this over to here. And I'm just going to do, where'd my, so saffron went over here. And again, we're going to get a little triangle, just like that. I'm going to go ahead and punch this out. That easy to fix, guys. That absolute easy to fix. Easy peasy fix. Bring our flower back in and put this one back on it. And fill in around so that your vellum is on the bottom. Isn't that adorable? Get our bone folder. Curl these up. And it just gives it that nice little puffy effect. Right here, put a dimensional. And now let's bring, let's see, let's bring our base in here. And I want to go ahead and stamp on the inside. How did I do that other one? I think I did a So Saffron, or yes, and a Calypso Coral. So that's exactly what I want to do. I took this flower, this smaller flower from the set, and I want to go into my Calypso Coral. That's a very deep color. I'm going to stamp this off. And then this one, let's see, I think, where did I do it? Yeah, I put this one up top. Calypso Coral, beautiful. Clean this off. And now into my So Saffron right here. Nicely decorating the inside of the card. We're going to put this beautiful sentiment, all days are beautiful that begin with you, in Old Olive. And now this full strength. Right there in the middle. Perfect. Now, look at these little, when you get this set, when you purchase this set, there's a few of these. This looks like a little fan. This is a round, kind of roundish. And then this is, I don't know, a different type of fan, okay? It has this little jet in it right here, and that one goes with that. But this fan that has the point goes in this flower. So that's what this is. And you go into your Old Olive, and I'm going to stamp it off. And then right into the center of the flower. And that makes the center. You can make the center the So Saffron if you wanted to, and you know, make a different color flower down here, or make the center Calypso Coral here and So Saffron up here. Doesn't matter. We're crafting. Use your imagination. All right, now we're ready to put our base together. Let me get this out of the way. I have my Calypso Coral, and again, this measurement is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. This will go down with snail to where we have a very thin border, and like a 1/16 of an inch border now we're going to have. So we're going to bring this in here like that. And then we're going to take our piece here that we stamped our leaves, and then we put our So Saffron on. Isn't that gorgeous? Wouldn't that look wonderful? I think Blackberry Bliss is one of these colors. Oh my goodness, this paper is just wowing me. I know you guys are excited about the new catalog. I've had a lot of comments. I happen to absolutely love it. I like it better than I did last year's catalog. The catalog before last year's I loved, but I love this one this year even more. So last year's I liked, but I wasn't in total love with it. Now we're going to set this here with, again, a 1/16 of an inch border around, just like that. Isn't that perfect? Look at how that Calypso Coral just allows that to make the colors in here on that DSP pop. Now we're going to place our flowers. Here's our So Saffron one. And this is why I told you it really doesn't matter, because this is going to cover it. And let's see, where did I put the other one? It's probably right in front of my face. Are you guys screaming because you see it and I don't? Is it connected to something that I don't see? Heaven mercy, where'd it go? We know we made it, right? We can always make another one, but I know it's floating around here somewhere. Oh, it was stuck to my paper. Oh my goodness. I knew, I was like, I know I made that. Oh, we could be very committed here. That's bad. All right. Let's see, can we get this off of here? Yes. I'm going to pull that dimensional off of the vellum. Whew. Stick it over here on that one that I messed up, and I'm going to reapply my dimensional. It's like, where did it go? And now we're going to put this down here, overlapping the flowers just slightly. How pretty. Now I'm going to get my hello here. And this is from my paper pumpkin that we just used in the last video, and I'm going to go into my Old Olive full strength, and I'm just going to put my hello up here. Oh, I love that. Adorable. Now we're going to use some pearls, Just a few. Do you hear the birds outside? Oh my goodness. Love it. I am loving, absolutely loving having the windows open and hearing all the signs of summer and spring. And I'm putting large pearls here on the flowers. And the birds are getting mad. And then down here, I'm just going to add some pearls. Right here. Just in a zigzag little pattern, 4 of them. Actually, this one could really take just 3. Let's do that. And I think I'm going to put one over here. Let me move this one over so we have 3. And then I'm going to do one right over here. Alright guys, you're loud enough. Let me put that one in the middle. You can always change it up just a little bit, just to make it fit. Now, here, this is our card. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous set. Isn't that beautiful? The inside, oh, I love them. But I have to do this with you guys. We have to stamp on vellum. I want to show you how to make this flower. I'm closing the ink so that I don't get my fingers in it. Just hang here with me. All right, just hang in here with me. And the birds. Now, this is the flower that I made, and I did it with Versamark, and I embossed it with white embossing powder on the pink vellum. Ah, I was like, whoa, this is awesome. I want to do one now with you guys on the yellow. Right here. We're going to take our Versamark, and I have my white embossing powder in these little containers. I get them at Walmart. And then the little spoons are ice cream spoons from a local, it's called the Stock Pot, where you could buy food like and catering things in bulk. And they are called ice cream spoons. And this is just the teeniest, tiniest command hook that it's hooked to. So I love to keep my embossing powders like this. So Versamark is very sticky and it stays wet for a little while. I'm going to take my flower here, go into my Versamark, and stamp it in my triangle right there. Let me close this. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. Yeah, right there it is. You see it? It's almost like invisible ink. So now what I do is I take my little spoon and I take my powder and I put it over my stamped image. Now I'm going to let my powder flow back into my little container there. And this is how I really just don't get it all over the place. It really, really helps me. Clip my spoon back in. Let me put that down. Just clip that back in. Put my lid on and close them up. These are actually, these you can find them in Walmart. They're like crayon cases. Now we have this on the vellum, and we're going to use our heat tool. We're going to allow this to heat up. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and melt the white, and you'll see that it melts because it almost looks like paint on here. I don't know. There it goes. Can you kind of see that happening there? I know I'm in front of it, but I have to be. It almost looks like white paint. And I think I went ahead and put my heat tool, yes I did, directly in that when I picked it up. Oh my goodness. So that's not good either, right? I'm so glad you guys are hanging in here with me. Okay, let's just do it again. We're going to Versamark. Let's just do it again. And I'm going to stamp right here. That is funny. Oh, if it could happen, it's going to happen to me. Hang in here with me. We're crafting. Remember, I'm live tomorrow. Facebook Live at 3 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and get my embossing powder right on there and tap it off. Just like so. Perfect. It doesn't take a second to fix a mistake, right? All right. Now we're going to heat this up, and we're not going to pick it up. We're just going to leave it right there. And I'm just going to heat it. And hopefully you guys can watch it melt from there. There we go, it's starting. And like I said, it will look like white paint when it is completely melted. I don't like to hold it in one place because I don't want to really burn the paper. I think we have it. That is perfect. Love it. Now we're going to get the punch, and we're going to put this right in here. And I've orientated the stamp to the punch. Looks like a triangle. There's going to be a lot done with this punch and this flower. So I'm going to line that up, punch that out, and here is my yellow one. Let's look at this one. I had to do this on camera with you guys. I'm not great at embossing, but I did these very well. There's the pink and there's the yellow, and there's also green vellum in there that I think would look very nice. These you could layer on top. Wouldn't that be pretty? Tri-color it. Make a green one and put it up. Well, that just looks pretty like that. The pink and the yellow, doesn't it? Just together, just those two together look beautiful. I love that. How nice. All right, guys. Thank you very much for hanging in there with me through that, but I wanted to show you about the Versamark and making a flower on that vellum, which is just so much fun. I really like doing that. That's a nice technique. I hope you enjoyed our cards for today. Please go to stampinginthevalley.com, click on the big blue button, order any and all of your Stampin' Up! Products. The new catalog will launch June 4th. You're going to love it. Happy crafting!